Hey, yo, what's the deal? It's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording, it is 3:55 p.m. September 14th, 2025. You know what I mean? It's the third video of the day. And right now I'm washing my dishes because I just finished cooking some food for tomorrow. And also doing so, I just watched Russell Wilson throw a bomb to what's his face? The receiver from the Giants. I forgot his name. I'm like so fucking hyped. Now, I mean, the game is tied 29-27 in this recording. I'm like, yes. Now, this is how the Giants should have played last week. Now, I mean, maybe Sierra gave Russell Wilson some pussy. You know what I mean? Maybe she gave him some pussy because, he's playing a lot better now than he was last week. And, I ain't gonna front. Before I even did this video, I got pissed off because I saw this video, right? And it was an old school video. It was an old video, right? It was an old PSA that aired in New York, right? About water, right? These kids were, they were, talking about saving water and such in New York. And people in the comment section was talking shit about the accents. You know what I mean? About the New York accents. I'm like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, this is how we are in New York. You know what I mean? Like, they have one white, one black, one Puerto Rican. And no, they had two black kids, one girl, one boy, two white kids, one girl, one boy, and a Puerto Rican kid, boy. You know what I mean? And on the comment section, they were talking about the accents, talking about, it's in the, the person who uploaded the video, right, said, the accents are, indesirable. Like, fuck you. Fuck you. I love my New York accent, boy. Shout to all the real New Yorkers with the accents. You know what I mean? What the fuck you want us to do? We can't do shit about it. You know what I mean? Like Leah Remy, King of Queens, right? I love Leah Remy. Leah Remy is fucking gorgeous. That New York accent is on point. I love that New York accent, boy. True story. Before I get into thing. So last year, I had joined this group, right? This Hispanic men, black women group, right? And this one girl, she sent me a friend request. And she wanted to talk to me. She looked good. You know what I mean? She's big. I don't give a fuck. I do not discriminate. I love average, thick, and big females. Like, I can't do a skinny female with nothing on. Like, you either gotta have titties, ass, or both. I'm sorry, and a pretty face. I'm sorry, or a decent face. You know what I mean? Like, and big girls got pretty fucking faces too. So, she wanted to ask me, to send her, or to talk to her back to hear how I sound. When I said something, she was like, "Whoa, I wasn't expecting that." What the fuck was you expecting? A Mia Moore type of individual? Nah, baby girl, I'm from New York. Yeah, I mean, I'm from NY. You know what I mean? I think Shorty was from South Carolina or something. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Anyway, speaking of location, so I'm hearing a lot about what people are telling AEW to do around WrestleMania 43 weekend. Now, WrestleMania 43, you guys know, is going to be in Saudi Arabia, right? In 2027, right? And so, a lot of people are coming out saying, "Oh, well, New Orleans got fucked for WrestleMania, right? WWE pulled the wool out of New Orleans and such. So AEW should go and make a show around that weekend so that the indies could garner up, so that the independents could go and make their money. They should hook up with the indies and such and do a show there so that the indies can make, could make their money. Let me tell you why it's not going to work. Okay? First and foremost, WrestleMania is a brand. Okay? WrestleMania is a motherfucking brand. Number one. All right? All the indie promoters, they base their shows around WrestleMania. Okay, around WrestleMania. All right, this isn't All In 2018. This is not. This is not. This is fucking not. Okay, this is not. This is not 2018. Period. Where when RH had All In, see, All In was in Chicago, right? Guess what else is in Chicago? Pro Wrestling Tees. You know what I mean? This is not that kind of situation. Okay? And if that happens, if AEW if they think about doing a show in New Orleans around WrestleMania 43 weekend, you don't think WWE is going to counter? I'll tell you what WWE is going to do. I will tell you, and who knows, maybe they got that shit planned in advance, right? Don't be shocked. Do not be shocked if WWE, right, for people in the States, let's say right now, right, they're thinking about, New Orleans, right, around WrestleMania time, right? Don't be shocked if WWE decides to put a super show in New Orleans, right, that involves NXT, Evolve, TNA, and AAA. Do not be fucking shocked. I personally guarantee you, a lot more people will clamor to that show way more than the AEW show. I promise you that. I legit promise you that. Why? Because WWE is, when it comes down to the standard of professional wrestling, they are up there. They're up there. I mean, they're up there. You know what I'm saying? They are up there. You can't, AEW, and here's the thing, right? What the fuck is AEW gonna do in New Orleans, huh? What the fuck do you think they're gonna do? I doubt they even put a super show at thing. I doubt it. Matter of fact, I'll go one even further, right? All right, this is WrestleMania, right? This is WrestleMania. I would not be shocked if, like I said, they could do a very special Saturday night's main event, right? Because mind you, like WrestleMania more than likely is going to be 1 p.m. Whichever day it falls, right? It's going to be at 1 p.m., right? And so, they could say, fuck it, let's throw in a very special Saturday night main event, right? In between. They could do the room. They can legit do room, right? They can legit make some room where they could, Oh, you dropped the ball. Wait. Oh, never mind. Where they could do, like I said, NXT, Evolve, TNA, and AAA. Give them a national showcase, right? Give them a national showcase, right, to put on live TV and such, right? That would be the part where everyone would clamor over, right? I would do that. I honestly would do that. While WrestleMania is in Saudi, I would say, fuck it, let's do that, right? Let's go. Let's give the people in New Orleans a special show, right? Because if this is AEW, it's not going to fucking work. I'm sorry. It is not going to work. And plus, even if WWE doesn't do that and AEW does, what benefit does that do AEW? If anything, it shows that, they're doing WWE's job, right? They're doing WWE's work. So they're basically replacing what WWE was supposed to do in New Orleans. Basically, like, you're just copying WWE. There's no benefit. What benefit is there for AEW to, quote unquote, fill the void for the people to do independent shows? Now, I mean, what's the fucking void? There is no void. Like I said, either WWE does that or TNA probably runs a show. Or matter of fact, NXT probably runs a show around there. Right? Do not be shocked. Do not be shocked. Everyone's looking at AEW as, what you gonna do about it? They're not gonna do jack shit. Okay, AEW is not gonna do a motherfucking thing. What they're gonna do is they're gonna shut the fuck up, right? They're gonna shut the fuck up, and they are gonna,
They're going to do failed business like they always do, right? Always, man. Always. You think AEW, you really fucking think that All Elite Wrestling is going to go and, fill a void, for a company that basically, decides to take their business to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania. Yeah, Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania. And fucking, and fill what void? What fucking void to fill? What void? Huh? What motherfucking void? There is no fucking void. You know what I'm saying? AEW's not going to fill shit. They're not going to do a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? And you want this company, you want AEW to, to take over WWE in terms of popularity and stuff. You got to be out of your fucking mind. Even if even if AEW puts a show on there, if WWE puts a show first in that location around WrestleMania weekend, everyone's going to clamor around that weekend with WWE or fucking TNA. Do not be shocked, man. Do not be shocked. The closest that you get AEW to, fuck, man. Fucking Dallas just scored. Fuck you, George Pickens. Fuck ass bitch. Now the score is 33-30. Fuck. Like I said, you don't think WWE is going to send TNA out there to do a show and such, or NXT, or like I said, I would do a Saturday Night's Main Event. Know what I mean? But this time I would do like, a Worlds Collide Saturday Night's Main Event special. I would do that. It is what it is. I'm about to be out. I will come with one more video tonight. You know what I mean? So I'm going to definitely holler at y'all. Peace.